Go.
Okay, this is Mihu the Alchemist, and I'm going to answer some questions in this video that are commonly asked to. People always ask me the same question over and over again, and I'm going to try to get to the bottom of a couple of them. Okay, one of the most common questions is, and this is mostly from beginners, they ask, what's the most potent ormus you make? What's the most concentrated? What can I get that will just zoom my rockets? Oh, God. And my answer to that is more in a story, okay? Now, a long time ago, I was a priest in Egypt. And I remember the lifetime. I wasn't anybody famous, so you put that out of your head. I began taking a very weak form of ormus, which is about what we call Phineas mana, because what we make for Phineas mana is what I recall Phineas teaching the tribes. So Phineas was the alchemist to Moses. Moses was, the king guy. He was a pharaoh. And so I started my consumption of what we now call ormus in my 40s and in the priesthood. And we were studying a lot of different things. And I continued until the Exodus, and which was a little more than 40 years after I began. So I was in my 90s when I decided to go ahead and leave with the tribes and the who were the slaves, and Moses, who I greatly admired Moses, and I greatly admired Phineas, and so off I went along with everybody into the desert, and that was quite an adventure, and maybe a topic for a whole video different than this. But the main deal was, this is over 40 years. I took this weak form, and it turned back the clock. I was young, like a 30-year-old. I was slender. I was in good physique. I was in good health. I could run like a dog. Run like a dog. And we went out into the desert, and we just went all around. Whew, it was like such an adventure that I became convinced that I was ready to ascend. And I was just one of many of the priests who decided to go this route, because, man, it was too intense. And yet I wasn't ready for it then. I'm really not ready for it now. That's not my intention. But, then I took a really potent form of pure gold ormus, which you don't want to take. And you really don't want to take much more than a 1% ormus. In other words, ormus with 1% monatomic elements. Take something even half that strong, something way milder and more consistent, and get the water in your body to slowly change into water that is, interdimensional water. And you'd be an interdimensional person when that happens. You have all kinds of cool things happening. So that's my answer to the most potent ormus. Don't try. Don't go there. People are always demanding I make a more potent formula, and that's why I have the ones that I do. And now I do take the purple, which is our most potent ormus, but sometimes it's like too strong for me, and I've been taking it longer than most people around here, that's for sure. Well over a decade. Anyway, so that's the deal on the most potent ormus. Bye.